Once upon a time, in a hidden valley surrounded by misty mountains, a nest of dragon eggs rested in a bed of moss and twigs. The eggs were warm and safe under their mother's watchful gaze. One by one, they began to crack, and out came baby dragons, each with their own colors and traits. Among them was Lars, the smallest of the brood, with shimmering green scales that glinted like emeralds in the sunlight. Lars was curious, more so than his siblings. While they stayed close to their nest, basking in their mother's warmth, Lars often peeked over the edge, watching the world beyond. One day, as the sun painted the sky with golden hues, Lars felt an irresistible pull. His tiny wings weren't strong enough to fly, but his legs were sturdy enough to carry him on an adventure. Before anyone noticed, he wiggled out of the nest and began to explore. The forest was alive with sounds, the chirping of birds, the rustling of leaves, and the distant babble of a stream. Lars marveled at the colors and smells, but soon his little feet carried him farther than he had ever been. Before long, the trees thinned, and he found himself on the edge of a vast, sandy expanse. For the first time, Lars saw the ocean, its waves glittering like diamonds under the sun. As he stepped onto the beach, something caught his eye, a shiny red object lying in the sand. Curiosity sparked. He trotted over and sniffed it. It was an apple, unlike anything he had seen before. Its smooth skin gleamed, and its scent was so sweet and inviting that Lars couldn't help but nudge it with his snout. Rolling it slightly, he examined it, tilting his head this way and that, fascinated by its very existence. But Lars wasn't alone. The waves had drawn in other creatures. A pair of curious seagulls landed nearby, their beady eyes fixed on the apple. They cawed loudly, startling the little dragon. Lars instinctively puffed up, a tiny flame flickering from his mouth. The seagulls squawked in surprise and flapped away, leaving Lars victorious. He returned to his apple and started nibbling on its skin, finding it delicious. As the sun began to dip below the horizon, Lars suddenly felt a pang of homesickness. He missed the warmth and safety of his mother's presence, and the familiar sounds of their nest. With the apple firmly clutched in his little claws, Lars began his journey back through the forest. Despite the unfamiliar terrain, his determination led him to the nest. Upon his return, the other baby dragons squealed with delight, and his mother enveloped him in her wings, gently scolding him for his wandering. As Lars nestled into the comfortable bedding, he rested the red apple in the center of the nest, feeling a sense of pride in his newfound treasure. His mother, though not partaking, smiled knowingly, as if she understood that her smallest dragon had taken the first step toward uncovering the endless wonders of the world outside their secluded valley. From that day forward, Lars's adventures would become a defining characteristic, inspired by his unwavering curiosity and bravery.